Well, it is hump day and it is time for you to be with the little unicorn and get your magic on. There's not going to be anyone joining us today. As always, send your questions if you want to be a part of these groups when I do them so that you could get some live input, not the right input, but some live input, some real feedback. Please just do that. I am Andrea Goeglein. I am doing the Unicorn Challenge and we are at week 2, Q3. Yes, we've made it to the third quarter of 2024. If you've been building along and you realize that, I'm a little stuck. I've got these things I want to do, but I just can't do them. Last week we did all the things about the dump list, my most favorite thing in the whole world, and then prioritizing that dump list. And then this week, I'm going to tell you, one of the very first things, stop rushing around. Actually, if you stop pretending you are overwhelmed, you will not be so overwhelmed. Here's what I mean about that. The term crazy busy, which I believe is a tip somewhere in all of this stuff, is one of those terms that I dislike more than you can imagine. If you'd like to say you're good busy, you'll actually be reinforcing that the things that you're doing, yes, you are very busy. Oh, by the way, it is you who puts everything on your calendar. Just a reminder. And it is in that ability to make sure you follow through on what you really want to do and hold to the side. I believe last week I started talking about boundaries a little bit because I know that in my personal life, people are smushing all over my boundaries. People think I should be doing what I used to do 20 and 30 years ago, as though nothing has changed in my life. I don't know about you, but that does not work for me. I actually found myself somewhere in this last week saying, no wonder that person doesn't like me. They only remember me from 20 years ago. I'm not so crazy about who that person was anymore either. And it is when you stop rushing around that you can actually see what are the little negative things that are eating at your head. So that takes me to rejections. We have this thing in life. Oh, I've been so rejected. That's why I can't get ahead. This person and that person. And a call came in that I'm not going to take. Um, it that it is not anyone but yourself that holds on to the rejection. For someone else, they may have thought about you for the promotion, for the team meeting, for something, and then they moved on from it. You're the one who holds on to it. And your ability through managing your thoughts is the way that you then begin to transform. And that's what magical thinking is all about. It is the magic of you transforming your own thoughts. And that brings me to a book that I mentioned last week that I've been working with since I have love of learning, which I, do love to learn. And I love to then share what I learn with you. The book is Mind Magic by James Doty, Doty, MD. He had a first book, Into the Magic Shop. And again, I will put the links below. These are the books that I'm working with because, here's a big secret that isn't such a big secret. I teach you nothing on these videos that you don't already know, you may not have heard. You're just hearing it in a different voice or a different way. The way I keep the work alive in my own life is by continually finding resources to add to the experience so that I can hear something just a slightly different way and take just a slightly different action, because that's what this is about. It is about those different actions, keeping in the forefront of your mind your natural strengths, bringing up your energy level so that your vibration is different. People attract to you differently. And it is amazing how the magic then happens. So I just want to make sure that in this video, you remember a few things. One, this unicorn challenge will repeat all the time. And there'll be different videos that go with each quarter because it's according to what I'm doing. You know, the one thing good about doing free things to put out into the world, I get to choose what I do. And I do listen to suggestions, so please do leave them if you'd like me to enhance something in a certain way. Know that the next 8 or 7 was the stop rushing around, making a list of your supposed rejections. Then get yourself moving. If you see my shorts, I try to do my shorts with inspirational ideas that I'm using in my life or something that has happened to pass on to you to see if it triggers something in your life. I'm generally on the move. I take that very seriously. Knowing your why. This is a really important one to me. And it is so interesting in the book, Mind Magic. Dottie speaks about very clearly how in the years that he manifested, after being taught as a young person how to manifest, how to visualize and manifest, all things that we'll talk about in here, what he realized he did not do well was connect his heart to what he was trying to attract. Everything he was attracting was about the outside image and the outside comfort. Money makes you comfortable. Do not allow anyone to tell you money is not important. That's BS. Someone said this week that that's a belief system, BS. Yeah, that is not what I mean. What I mean is that it's BS. Money makes things easier. You can pay your car payments, you can pay your house mortgage, you could send your kids to college, you could buy food, you could have medical care. Do not tell me. You can have assisted care for your parents so that you can continue to live your life within your family. Don't let anyone tell you money doesn't matter. It does. We could have a different debate about how and equality, equity. We could have all those conversations. That's not the point. What I want you to do is to know your why. And one of the things I took away from Mind Magic was how clearly, after he had attained so much in the material world, but lost so much at the heart level and at his inspiration level and what he loved to do and how he loved to do it, and how quickly that all happened, he realized he had forgotten the rule that the woman had taught him, that when you are visualizing and when you want to manifest in your life, listen to your heart first. So know your why. Like, why do I want to do the Unicorn Challenge for free to help Teach for America be introduced to some new people who do some small donations? Why do I want to do that? You know, it feels really good. I like to get paid for my work, but I like to serve also. And so just knowing that people are giving to Teach for America, Nevada, that's good for me. That's my why. And then I love the work. I know I'm talking to myself and I'm talking into a camera, but you know what? You talk to yourself and I talk to myself all day long. Better you should put this material in your head than other things. So we have the why, which is one of the biggest ones. And I want to go back to something that I lost a little track of, and then I'll stop because I don't want to ramble too much with this. Know that there is a 1-minute video that goes with every one of these tips. And they were done about 2 years ago. So they'll be interesting, you know, what they are at that point. And they were just random videos. I made sure they were only a minute because that's all it takes is a minute for you to pause and then potentially make a different decision. So I want to stop there today. I've given you a book. You know where to find the tips. You know where to find the videos. This is what self-help is all about. My name is Andrea Goeglein. I love this work dearly. If you do better, the whole world does better, and I'm in that world at one way or another, and that means I would benefit too. So that's the unicorn magic. Make it in your life. Let me know what it is you're having challenges with, what you'd like to see me expand. And as always, please come back and please subscribe. Thank you.